तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः। गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्याद्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। Okay. So we finished 27 last time. We are on 28. So 27 was, for certain is death for the born, and certain is birth for the dead. Therefore, over the inevitable, you should not grieve. So हमने बड़ा डिटेल डिस्कशन किया था वो 3 levels का, कि उन्होंने सबसे पहले हाईएस्ट लेवल उसको बताया, the Atma is eternal, and then the second level is that some people may not believe in that Atma, but you say कि okay, there is a transmigration happens to the Jiva, you know. इसको जीवात्मा बोल दो, जीव बोल दो, doesn't matter, but there is something that gets born again next life. Some people may believe in that level, so from that perspective also you don't need to grieve. And the lowest level is चारवकाश की, भाई there is nothing before, nothing after, बीच में पैदा हो गए, मस्ती कर ली, चलो चले गए. But again, all three have one thing in common, पैदा होना और मरना. So he's just reminding you, तू कौन से भी level से ले ले, तेरे को शोक नहीं करना चाहिए. Basically, that's where we were. So now,
and do we have Marna and Jina at the third level also?
Of the body, definitely. Because third level में आत्मा, I think आप confuse ये हो रहे हो कि उसमें ये बताया गया कि आत्मा में कोई फर्क नहीं होता है.
Yeah, I thought जीवात्मा तक second level तक मरना जीना रहा. When we are talking about the highest level, then there is no.
तो फिर हम क्यों मरते जीते? क्या मरता है और क्या जीता है? वही तो समझाया उन्होंने कि
जीवात्मा.
बॉडी, जीवात्मा भी इमीडिएटली नहीं मरेगा. वो जीवात्मा का तो बाद में वो विलीन हो जाएगा जब उसको मोक्ष मिलेगा, तब तक तो चलता ही रहेगा वो. तो थ्री लेवल्स हो गए ना. बॉडी तो हमेशा ही मरेगी, चाहे वो कृष्ण भगवान.
So what is the third level, highest level?
आत्मा. It's not like, don't separate it, because आत्मा में भी वो प्रकृति तो है, but he's talking about establish हो जाओ उस आत्मा में. That's all he's not denying. No, even Advait Vedanti don't deny the experience. See, we are studying Mandukya, right? He's not saying that we don't dream and we don't see. We just think it is real that he's saying. So I think उसमें आपका confusion होगा. ये नहीं कि किसी ने बोला कि कोई किसको मोक्ष मिल गया तो वो क्या एकदम दुनिया से ही चला गया. No, he's very much in the world. He just knows it's a dream. That's all it is. It's a shift in his understanding that happens. You know, I think there is a very famous saying कि before the self-realization, I was pulling water from the well, and after realization also I'm pulling water from the well. So it may not change anything. It just changes my understanding.
No, I'm just talking about the Atma. When we are saying the third level is Atma, तो Atma का तो
no, third level of understanding.
Oh.
Third level of understanding of Arjuna. Arjun was not able to grasp the final stage of eternal Atma yet. And it's going to come now. if you have a little patience, you will see that the chain of thought of Krishna Bhagwan, because he says not everybody connects to that Atma. दुनिया में भी देखो कि जो लोग spiritual और religious जो बोलते हैं, half of them just want to get rid of their pain in their life, or they want something, or they want स्वर्ग तक भी पहुंच जाएंगे, पे ये काम करो तो स्वर्ग मिलेगा. Krishna Bhagwan is saying no, स्वर्ग is nothing compared to what I'm telling you. That's what it is. So here is 28. Avyaktadini bhutani, avyaktatini bhutani, vyaktamadhyani bharata, vyaktamadhyani bharata, avyakta nidhananyeva, avyakta nidhananyeva, tatra ka parivedevana, tatra ka paridevana. So Avyaktadini is unmanifest in the beginning. Now everybody remembers what unmanifest means. It means we cannot grasp it 5 senses. That's called unmanifest. Doesn't mean it's not there. That's all. Bhutani means beings. Avyakta madhyani, manifested in the middle state. Bharata, O descendant of Bharata, is addressing Arjuna, is calling him Bharata. Avyakta nidhanani, unmanifested again in the end. Eva also, tatra there, ka what, parivedana, grief. So let's see what he's saying. Aap padhenge, Anilji? Beings are experienced.
Being unmanifest in the beginning and unmanifest again in their end seem to be manifest in the middle, O Bharata. What then is there to grieve about?
So basically, according to this chain of thought that Krishna Bhagavan is saying, now he has come to that last level कि किसी चीज में मत मान तू. But तू देखता है कि the jeeves come from somewhere, they are unmanifest, then वो manifest हो जाते हैं. The only reason he's saying it because logically also कोई cause तो होगा effect का, इसके लिए बोल रहे हैं. तो and then manifest हो जाते हैं, then you have transactions with them and all that, and then in the end you die. So you cannot avoid death anyway. So that's what he's telling.
Also, the truth is, what is the truth? The definition of truth, which did exist, is existing, and will exist.
But in this particular one, he's not talking about that. You know what you're saying? वो पहले उन्होंने सब बोल दिया.
हाँ, पर मतलब इसमें जो है कि पहले नहीं exist था. The body wasn't there. The body is there. The body is not there.
Right.
Therefore,
right,
it
true.
existed only in the middle.
Middle. So अभी I think what thing I was going to tell you is that the reason he's bringing him down. Suppose if you don't believe in Atma.
Okay.
Suppose you don't believe in reincarnation. तो भी तू देखता है कि there is something came about कि कोई बच्चा पैदा हुआ तो वो suddenly he come manifested for us, right? पहले तो नहीं था. 9 महीना पहले तो conceive भी नहीं हुआ था. And then he came into being, and all of a sudden he's there, and now one day he's going to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's
that level he's at right now.
Yeah.
Because उन्होंने पूरा ज्ञान अभी दे दिया उसको.
Right.
लेकिन he just plugging all the holes. Suppose you didn't get it, then also you should not grieve. That's the whole idea.
From this stanza onwards up to verse 37, we have a beautiful presentation of the whole problem of Arjuna from the standpoint of the man of the world. Krishna's scheme was such that he started a purely philosophical discussion, the point of view of theistic theism. After this, argued from the standpoint of atheistic atheism in the 2 verses. In these 10 verses, Krishna explains the problem as viewed through the goggles of a common man of the world and valued by his intellectual judgment.
So he's just saying कि उन्होंने सारी possibility covered कर दी. Theism is the Advait Vedant. And atheism is कि there is nothing there and the body is on. Whatever you see, that's what it is. Rest there's nothing. That's what it means.
The material world of objects strictly follows the law of causation. The world of effects arises from the world of causes. In a majority of cases, the effects are manifest and the causes are unmanifest. To project from the unmanifest to the manifest is the program of creation of a thing, strictly following the law of causation. Thus, the manifest world of today was unmanifest before its creation. Now, for the time being, it is available for cognition as fully manifest, only to fade away soon into unmanifest again. It amounts to saying that the present came from the unknown and shall return to the unknown. Even if viewed thus, why should one mourn? For the spokes of a wheel that turn eternally must come down only to rise up again.
So that's a beautiful way he
Yeah.
said, no? Yeah.
Again, the dream children who were unmanifest before and who came to manifestation during the dream became unmanifest again upon waking up. Why mourn, O you bachelor, for a wife who had never married, who had disappeared with your dream, with the children unborn, who dissolved away from your dream? If there be, as Krishna says, an infinite eternal truth which is changeless and deathless, in which alone the drama of change occurs, this world of birth and death spins, how is it that we are not able to realize it even though it is explained to us repeatedly? According to Shankara, Lord Krishna here feels that he should not blame Arjuna for his incapacity to understand the self. What does that mean?
Okay, so what he's saying now, कि सारी तो राम कहानी बता दी उसको. अभी भी अगर अर्जुन को नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, he's saying that Krishna says, if there be an infinite eternal truth which is changeless and deathless, which alone this drama of change occurred, because that's the real truth, right? That's what Krishna Bhagavan also believes in. That's what Krishna Bhagavan wants him to understand. But now they are saying, okay, wait a minute. Alone this drama of change occurred, the world of birth and death spins. So मतलब substratum Brahman है, उसके ऊपर ये सब चलता रहता है. Waves keep coming, ocean is the permanent. That's what he's saying. Then, how is it that we don't understand this? It's a question mark asked. So he's saying that Krishna Bhagavan is not blaming Arjun because Arjun is not the only one. Hundreds and millions of people have that same problem. And so, incapacity to understand that. And then this Swamiji that I was listening to him, he explained that it's like tuning your mind like a radio to something, a song, suppose. It's not that the radio is not creating the song. The radio is just tuning its mind to catch that song. So वैसे ये जो आत्मा का नॉलेज है ना, उसको अपना माइंड हमको ट्यून करना पड़ता है. और जब ट्यून नहीं होता है ना, तो हम नहीं उसको समझ सकते. वो ट्यूनिंग करने के लिए we have to do योग. योग is like, a path. How to tune my mind. फिर उस योग में कर्म योग, भक्ति योग, ज्ञान योग, उपासना सब आ जाता है. So उसका पर्पस है, so I'm tuning my mind so I catch this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he's just अभी वो जो next verse है ना, that will explain it why Krishna Bhagavan is saying what he's saying. And then I have this Shankara.
He's saying that even if you're believer or God or non-believer, still you should understand that,
That he's not exactly saying that. He's just saying जो ultimate truth है ना, उसके seekers पहले तो बहुत कम होते हैं. फिर जब होते भी हैं तो उनको समझ में नहीं आता है. फिर अभी next, when we do the next verse, it'll open it up everything. अच्छा, Shankara says, do you have that thing in your book? Shankara says या नहीं है वो?
Yeah.
ये शंकराचार्य की जो कमेंट्री है ना, वो उन्होंने स्वामी जी ने डाली है वहाँ पे. हाँ.
Shankara says the self just spoken of is very difficult to realize. Why should I blame you alone while the cause, that is ignorance, is common to all? One may ask, how is it that the self is so difficult to realize? The Lord says.
So basically, now you
Yeah.
understood कि why should I mean तो कोई टीचर तो फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाएगा ना, मैंने सारी तो राम कहानी बता दी फिर भी तू उदास होकर बैठा हुआ है. Krishna Bhagwan did not give up
And
because he
it's common to
understands.
all, yeah.
Yes, he's saying that because he has a compassion for everybody, that you know it is very difficult because हमने उसका रीजन भी देखा है कि क्योंकि वो जो चीज़ हमको 5 इंद्रियों से पकड़ में नहीं आ सकती है उसको जानना बहुत मुश्किल है, और उसको जानने के लिए पेशेंस चाहिए, उसको जानने के लिए भक्ति चाहिए, तपस्या चाहिए, सब कुछ चाहिए. हम कितना भी बोल रहे हैं वो आई नो भगवद गीता है ना, बट वी डोंट हैव द एक्सपीरियंस येट, वी नो इट, राइट? बट सो वी हैव टू काइंड ऑफ स्टे एट इट, यू नो, दैट्स व्हाट इट इज. सो आई होप दैट मेड इट दैट क्लियर, राइट? क्या क्या बोल रहे हैं भाई? ओके, सो नाउ दिस ट्यून इज स्लाइटली डिफरेंट. आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेन, आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेन, आश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चान्यः, आश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चान्यः, आश्चर्यवच्चेन मन्यः शृणोति, आश्चर्यवच्चेन मन्यः शृणोति, श्रुत्वाप्येयं वेद न चैव कश्चित्, श्रुत्वाप्येयं वेद न चैव कश्चित्. आश्चर्यवत्, as a wonder, pashyati, sees, kaschit, someone, enam, this. Ashcharyavat, as a wonder, vadati, speaks, of, tatha, so, eva, also, cha, and, anya is another. Ashcharyavat, as a wonder, cha, and, enam, this, anyaha, another, shrunoti, hears, shrutva, having heard, api, even, enam is this, ved means knows, na, not, cha is and, eva means also, kaschita, anyone. Sushil ji, आप पढ़ेंगे?
One sees.
Oh.
No, you want, sorry.
आज वो है नहीं कोई बात नहीं.
No, you can go ahead.
नहीं वो लास्ट वीक जो है ना अनिल जी को ही पढ़ना पड़ा था, आप लोग सब थे ही नहीं.
One sees this as a wonder. Another speaks of this as a wonder. Another hears of this as a wonder. Yet, having heard none, understands this at all.
So it's such a beautiful verse, you know. I mean कृष्ण भगवान के words देखो कि you know wonder मतलब it is like है क्या चीज, it's like we cannot grasp it. So the people who do grasp it उनको पूछो जाके how they're like you know like forget about even like this thing, you know, Brahma Vidya ko bhi chhod do. Our own Acharya, whenever he used to talk about his guru, means Chandmyanand ji, immediately a tear would come in his eyes. Because he's like, oh my God, without him I would be like nothing, I wouldn't know this. So even, he could not express that, you know, how much he gained from his guru to learn this Brahma Vidya. Now he's teaching us and all that. So, and now he's talking about people जिनको समझ में आ गया हो और या जो सुनने के लिए भी तैयार हो गए हो, वो भी एक वंडर ही है. बिकॉज यू नो दैट अगर आप कोई एक जगराता करो, ऑल योर फ्रेंड्स विल कम. कोई मंदिर में कोई त्योहार करो, सभी आएंगे. बोलो कि वेदांत की क्लास है, एकदम कम होते जाएंगे और आधे भाग भी जाएंगे. इट्स लाइक isn't that the truth?
नहीं मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो वो क्या करें वहाँ बैठ के.
तो इसके लिए ना किसी को अगर किसी को इंटरेस्ट आ गया इसमें तो दैट्स ऑल्सो कृष्ण भगवान इज कॉलिंग इट अ वंडर. और समझ अगर हमको इंटरेस्ट आ गया तो भी हमको समझ में नहीं आ रहा, तो भी हम बैठे हुए हैं.
लेकिन ये also saying that जो वंडर है उसको कोई तो सुनता है, कोई उसको
नहीं, दैट्स ट्रू, बट वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट ये कि जो
समझ में किसी के
नहीं, कॉन्टेक्स्ट ये कि जो सुनता है वो भी एक वंडर है कि भाई उसको वो कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी लैंग्वेज सुन रहा है और तो भी वो बैठा हुआ है सुन रहा है. इट्स ऑल्सो वंडर. और वो जो चीज सब्जेक्ट उसको सुनाई देती है वो भी वंडर है. सो इट्स लाइक अ वंडर फ्रॉम बोथ साइड्स, यू नो. सो दैट्स हाउ यू हैव टू लुक एट इट. दैट हर एक, और आश्चर्य तब होता है कि तब when the buddhi cannot express something, then it's a wonder. Wonder में क्या होता है? हम एकदम ऐसे हो जाते हैं. I don't know what to say. So when जब बुद्धि के पास शब्द नहीं रह जाते हैं, उसको wonder बोलते हैं. When you're, and Swami ji will explain. So ये चीज़ ऐसी है कि जितना सुनो और जितना ज़्यादा समझ में आए वो wonderment बढ़ता जाता है. You know? And then somebody was saying that like अगर miracle देखना हो तो why you need a magician? There is a miracle every day happening around you. वो एक इतने से सीड से इतना बड़ा पेड़ निकल आया, फिर किसी ने बोला कि भाई शुगर है, तो जो साइंटिस्ट है ना शुगर का स्ट्रक्चर पता कर लेंगे सब कुछ, लेकिन शुगर स्वीट क्यों है ये तो उनको भी नहीं मालूम, राइट? और ये लाइक ग्रेविटी, they can find out what gravity is and what it does, but why it is there and who put it there, nobody knows. It's a wonder, right? That's what it is.
Substantially of the same tempo in spirit and words as in
Kathopanishad.
Kathopanishad, here is a statement which implies and indicates the rarity of Brahma Vidya.
So everybody understand what they mean by Brahma Vidya here. Vidya of the Atma of Brahman. Okay.
The eternal absolute is explained to us as infinite, all-knowing and all-blissful. But our experience of ourselves, as far as we know, is that we are finite, ignorant and miserable. Thus, between the reality, which is ourself, and what we experience ourselves to be, there seems to be as much difference as between heat and cold, light and darkness. Why is it that we are not able to recognize the self, which is our real true nature?
So now you understood the question? कि भाई अगर वो हमारी essential nature है तो हमको क्यों समझ में नहीं आ रही है? क्योंकि वो उसको तो सच्चित आनंद बोला है, and Swami ji saying we feel finite, ignorant and miserable. That is the experience of our life. So the question is why we cannot recognize. Okay.
With our ignorant nature, when we try to perceive the truth, it seems to be as a goal to be reached at some distant place in a distant period of time. But in fact, if we are to believe our Lord's words, the self being our essential nature, we are never far from it. A mortal is as far away from immortality, the sinner is as far removed from the saint, and the imperfect is as far removed from perfection as the dreamer is from the waker. Man awakened to this self's glory is God. God forgotten of his own glory is the deluded man.
See, this is a very, very powerful statement. Yeah. Man awakened to the self's glory is God. God, forgetful of his own glory, is a deluded man. So essentially, we are like deluded men. You know, that's what we are.
Or we are deluded God.
Yeah, deluded God.
He's saying God.
Yeah, you could definitely. So basically, just he's saying that अगर हम उनकी बातों में विश्वास कर लेते हैं तो हम वो self is our own essential there and we are not far from it. And the example he gave is so beautiful. It's like, you know, dreamer and waker is the same person. The moment he becomes a waker, he knows.
And that's where the word comes from, self-realization.
We are realizing the self. You are not creating or finding or going somewhere. You're just realizing your own. That's where exactly the word came from.
Aham Brahmasmi. That's
Yes.
why they say that. कि मैं ब्रह्मा हूँ.
Yeah.
I'm God.
Yeah.
और God is everywhere.
But you know, like
All of
ऐसा हम
us.
लोग सब बोल देते हैं, but उसका जो real implication अभी धीरे धीरे खुल रहा है, right? What does it mean? When you call all pervading and all this thing and all that, it's very easy to say Satchit Anand, but then what exactly it is, that's what this whole journey is about, you know.
To the body, mind and intellect, the very existence of the circular self beyond these environments is an idea that cannot be even conceived of, and when a mortal through the techniques of self-perfection comes to recognize himself to be the self, he is struck with a wondrous ecstasy of that super sensuous experience.
That is Satchidanand, right?
Yeah, you can call it Satchidanand. You can call it by whatever name you want. You can call it Brahman, the truth, the Atma. कई नाम है उसके. उसको हम लोग तुरिया स्टेट बोलो, उसको मोक्षा बोलो, निर्वाण बोल दो. All these names are there, but what is it? It is the to our body, mind, and intellect, the very existence of the subtler self beyond this envelopment that we cannot conceive this idea. मतलब हमारे दिमाग में खुद तो आएगा भी नहीं है. इसीलिए वो हम बोलते हैं ना, हमको श्रवण करना पड़ेगा. बिकॉज शास्त्र लोग बोलते हैं, जिनको एक्सपीरियंस हो गया वो बोलते हैं. हम खुद तो सोच भी नहीं सकते कि ये मतलब व्हाट इज दिस,
The emotion of wonder, when it rises in the mind, has got the capacity to black out for the time being. All cognition and individual who has been stuck with wonder comes to forget himself and becomes, for the moment, one with every emotion. As an experiment, try to surprise fully somebody and quietly watch his attitude. With mouth open and his unseeing eyes protruding out, every nerve in him stretched to the highest tension, the victim of wonderment stands fixed to the spot as a statue carved in moist, cold flesh. The same is thrilled hush of lived joy in the temple of experience, when the self, all alone with the self, comes to live as the self, and therefore the great rishis of old borrowed the term wonderment to indicate to the student what exactly would be the condition of his personality layers at the moment when his ego drops off from the resplendent infinite form of the self.
So Swamiji explained the word what wonderment is. So it's like you have no words to speak and you just become stunned. So, and he's also giving an idea that the people who have experienced it first is, like we have heard of autobiography of Yogi, उसमें भी उन्होंने बताया है. फिर currently Sadhguru talks about it when he went on the Chamundi hill, what happened to him. And they all are like, and even when he talks about it, you should see the excitement in his voice, and it's like, the ecstasy was so huge he cannot express it, and people just start crying, whatever, like God knows, all these things happen to them.
Could it be the state when you are totally free of all emotions?
It's more than emotion, it's like when you feel oneness. Like I remember the autobiography of Yogi Nirvana, because very few saints and sages talk about it. Most of them don't, because they know we will not understand. So these guys are like very brave. And actually, Yogananda Ji, he got the permission from his guru to write that book, so he wrote. So he said he felt oneness with the whole universe. It's like, I'm not here, I'm everywhere. So that's the kind of thing. And हम लोग खाली उसको एक अपनी कल्पना में imagine कर सकते हैं बस. बाकी तो हम वहाँ पहुँचे अभी तो है नहीं, और पता नहीं मतलब. But they are so genuine in their expression that we know that they have experienced that. And then glimpse of it, I think even you talk about it, Joe, that sometimes...
you don't know that. It happens and then you're back. So you can imagine it happened, but you cannot explain.
But some people did explain it, and then, like, जो लोग एकदम establish हो जाते हैं, somebody like Buddha, or like, he's going to tell about that, जो एकदम great लोग हैं, जैसे Buddha, Jesus, Krishna and all that, they are constantly in one with it.
See, Shiva Sutra mein he talks about कि when he reaches the final stage of this, he says then you are gone. I mean, in that stage, you are not you.
True, but then they also function in the world, but they function from that
No,
perspective.
because they have a thin layer attached to the body.
I know, but that may be one perspective, but what here Krishna Bhagwan is going to explain, that स्थित प्रज्ञ जो है ना, वो उसमें establish हो गया. अब वो कैसे behave करेगा, फिर उसके लक्षण बताएं. तो मतलब उसको किसी से द्वेष नहीं होता. And then Swami ji explains कि हाँ अपनी body है, अगर body में कुछ disease हो गया, are you going to hate it? You will do everything possible to get rid of it, and so that's how they look at the world. कि ये मैं ही हूँ, you know.
Like that
Or,
song.
yeah, and then there was...
I'm talking to me.
Yes, I'm talking to me.
Same
And then some
word.
people, when they didn't understand, you saw the comments.
Yeah,
When you don't understand,
I know.
people don't understand that.
Uh.
So he's being very good. किसी ने बोला even Krishna Bhagwan, if you don't understand him, it sounds very egotistic. मैं ही सब कुछ हूँ. That's what he said in chapter 10. But he's not saying from his body perspective. He's talking from his Brahman perspective.
And does it have to be either you are here or 100% there, or
No.
there are stages in between, right?
See, that's where I have a little, not disagreement with Joe, but what he's saying is that you are no more there. But what Krishna Bhagwan is saying is called Jivan Mukti. उन्होंने ये एक word use किया है कि while you are in this world, knowing fully it is a dream. That's how you work.
Because if you read Ramakrishna's book, so usme he asked the other person, "Ki how was I?" See, he didn't know how he was when he went in that mode. So he's asking the observers, "Ki what do you think I was? You know how it was happening." So
I mean, temporarily he just felt so.
no, he
merged
lost
with
it.
Yeah,
I mean, he was
But-
not there.
Right.
When
So-
I think what happens is like they merge with God, but they are still living in this world.
When you say
So-
merge with God, again there is a little confusion.
Because you are God.
You are there. You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
realize it.
No, you just connect. There is a connection because we are in this bhautik world.
No, wait, that's where I have a huge problem with what you're saying. Because that's what they are saying. कि तुमको कहीं, it's like ocean and waves, okay? Waves is not connecting with, it is already connected. He just realizing.
It's connected, but you know there is a push and pull there. The worldly pull keeps you pulling in this thing, and then you even those people, they have to channelize their energy when they talk to somebody. They go deeper in them and they find out what he's thinking, what he's
Those are like minor siddhis that you can, from that perspective.
But when they are in this world, when they're enjoying this world, I think I may be wrong. Same thing, like we talk about it, but we don't know what we are talking about.
See, all I know is I had experience of 6 beats.
Experience of what?
6 beats. In other words, I was doing Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. I did it in 96. And then I went to 102. And that 6 in between, I have no idea what happened.
You slept.
No, I didn't sleep. Then I wouldn't wake up at 102.
Anyway, so I think that I want to bring everybody back to Krishna Bhagwan. Basically, his message is that उस चीज में establish हो जाओ ना, तो तुम फिर उस स्तर से नीचे नहीं गिरोगे. And he's going to talk about it in chapter 9. That it's like called the advertisement of Brahma Vidya. क्या क्या होगा? और उसमें उन्होंने एक चीज ये बोली कि एक बार ये विद्या मिल जाएगी ना, तो कभी ignorant होगे नहीं तुम. So the worldly example is given is one time you learn a language, you cannot be ignorant of that language. And the one time तुमने पढ़ना सीख लिया तो तुम अनपढ़ नहीं बन सकते. फिर तुम्हारे सामने आएगा तुम पढ़ोगे. So just keep that thought. This in between stuff is all different experiences people are having. But the fact is that once you are established, you will stay there, and then people can operate from that in the world, and they will do only good things in the world. They will not do any harm, because just like I gave the example, how can we harm our own body? We cannot.
But even these saints and self-realized souls, they still do meditation and everything.
It's going to come, because it's like, if you enjoy that state so much, if you have nothing to do, you're not going to go, kaun si movie dekhunji aaj? You will immediately go in that. They are so comfortable in that state, they don't need anybody, they don't need anything. हम ही उनको परेशान करते रहते हैं. The reason they are trying to help us is because they see us in the gutter and they're trying to pull us out. But they don't need anything. They are doing it out of compassion.
उसमें साईं बाबा की किताब में उन्होंने लिखा है कि I do not possess anything. वो अपने बारे में कह रहे हैं, और मतलब he is saying that I am a self-realized person. Still, this Maya teases me.
That's what I was trying to, that Maya still keep pulling.
Well, that's what it says, it comes in this also, that you need to keep practicing.
Yeah,
Even
I-
after you reach that,
Mm.
you still need to keep it on,
Yeah, so
otherwise
that
it can
Maya's pull,
be, yeah.
you can push it away.
I mean, you know, बुद्धा सीरीज देखी ना तो उसमें जब वो फाइनल उनको हो रहा था ना, क्या बोलते हैं, बुद्धा का एनलाइटनमेंट बोलते हैं उनको.
अच्छा वही मुझे पूछना था निर्वाणा वेयर डू वी स्टैंड विद
Oh, what is the word nirvana?
नहीं नहीं निर्वाणा तो वो तो एंड ऑफ द साइकिल ऑफ
No, nirvana is just the same state they're talking about. When you have all your mind has become clear and you are one with that higher self. They just call it. They don't. Buddha has not discussed Atma or God or anything like that. But the word nirvan का जो Sanskrit words है, van means वो जो flame होती है ना, मोमबत्ती की flame या कोई भी flame हो, उसको वान बोलते हैं.
अच्छा.
निर्वाण means no flame. तो तुम्हारा मन बिल्कुल क्लियर हो गया, उसमें कोई भी वो वासना का तेल नहीं है, ड्राइड अप, तो बत्ती जलेगी नहीं.
बट वेयर डज दिस साइकिल ऑफ बर्थ्स एंड डेथ्स एंड
That's
With
also
what?
called nirvana.
बर्थ एंड डेथ क्यों होता है
हाँ.
पहले तो ये बोलो. बिकॉज हमारी जो इच्छाएं हैं, हमारे कर्म हैं, वो हमने फिनिश नहीं किए, हमने राग द्वेष किया हुआ है लोगों से.
तो
You know.
एक इंटरप्रिटेशन ये नहीं है कि निर्वाण में के बाद कोई नहीं इच्छा नहीं रहती कुछ.
ट्रू. सो बेसिकली यू बिकम गॉड, यू आर एवरीथिंग. अगर जो किसी को कोई बिलियनर है, तुम उसको 5 पैसे दोगे तो वो नहीं लेगा, उसको क्या जरूरत है.
हाँ, ये तो-
So you have got the highest. The whole world is at your, and then while on going at that stage, people get siddhis. You know, we know how many. I mean, Sai Baba has so many siddhis. So as you are going on that journey, you will acquire so much. And you know which one was it? There was one Swami called Swami Rama. Anybody heard about him?
Yeah, I do.
And he wrote a book, Living with the Himalayan Masters.
I have
Read it? You've read it? So in that he talks about कि उसके गुरु ने, because he was a right candidate for this knowledge, so the उसका तो पूरा जन्म ही उसकी वजह से हुआ था. Means, you know, there's a great soul that he came in this being, and the story goes that this one great sadhu went to a couple. It was an older couple and said, तुम्हारे घर में बेबी होने वाला है. वो दिमाग खराब हो गया, हम लोग तो ओल्ड हो गए, अभी का बेबी होगा. तो बोला चला गया, बोल के बोला होएगा तो मैं वापस आऊँगा. They had the child, and when he came back, he said मैं लेने आऊँगा उसको. फिर वो लेने आया, उसको लेके गया अपने जंगल में, but he could not take care of him because he was a sadhu and there's a small baby, he needs food, he needs milk, and तो फिर से गया, बोला नहीं थोड़े दिन रखो. फिर मैं लेने आऊँ. But and तो इंडिया में people are very, they respect sadhu so much. दे दिया उन्होंने उसको, ये नहीं कि भाई मैं नहीं दूंगी, मेरा बच्चा है, ये वो है. And then somewhere along the line, when his spiritual journey began, his guru told him, are you absolutely sure you want to go on this path? Because when he became a teenager, उसकी भी desires आने लगी उसके मन में, स्वामी रामा जी की. You know, like मुझे ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए. You know, so the guru wanted me to test him. So he said, मैं तेरे को जो चाहिए सब दे सकता हूँ. कितना धन चाहिए तू बोल मुझे, कितना ये चाहिए सब दे सकता हूँ, लेकिन अगर जो दूसरा रास्ता है ना वो आग पे चलने वाला है. You have to walk on fire. Now you choose. And so he was a little confused, and then he created that illusion for him. He created this big dher of everything that he wanted, and there was another path that was fire on it. And he stood there for the longest time, and finally he said, no, I gotta go on this one. Then he gave up everything. And then for a while, he let him taste the world by giving him everything. Because he thought कि अगर ये उसको त्याग के नहीं आएगा ना, तो फिर ये नहीं जा सकता. You got to drop it. You cannot have these desires in us, oh, I want this, and I want this also. It's not going to happen. You know? So it's a very interesting story. If you get a chance, read it.
Paramahansa Yogananda, he had a desire like to